Hi there, welcome to my page. My name is Kathy. I am a 72-year-old Seint artist, and I thought I'd bring you along this morning while I get myself ready. I've already done my skincare. I have applied my moisturizer. This is what I use in the winter. It's heavier. I'm not able to use it in the summer, at least I wasn't last summer. But for the winter, it is the ticket. What's great about it, it is a Seint product, one pump. That gives me all the moisture that I need for my entire face, and I also do my neck. So don't forget your neck when you're applying your moisturizer. And now I am just going to work on putting on a pretty basic face today. And the reason is because I'm doing errands. I have a package to ship. I've got a return to make. Got a couple other appointments, and that's it. It's winter here in Indiana. While we haven't had the snow, I usually have snow or something that resembles snow, but we had 50-some degrees on Christmas Day. It was bizarre. So I'm going to put my brow wax on. Actually, let me take just a minute. Sometimes when I do my brow wax, I also like to just take a little, I get these on our friendly online retailer, and I wash them, and it's just a little puff, like a powder puff, and I use it to take any excess moisture that may be on my brow before I put the wax on, because I need the wax to stick. Now, I'm going to try to come in close, and I'm not sure it's going to show up on camera. It's showing in my 10X mirror, but you can see that I've got a little bit of almost excess brow wax. So what I'm going to do is going to take my spoolie, and I'm just going to brush that up. I'm going to brush it the way I want my brows to end up. And now we're going to let that dry. That's the ticket. You always want to make sure that you allow that brow wax to get tacky. That's what's going to grab the eyeshadow. I use eyeshadow for my eyebrows. As you can see, they're pretty thin, pretty sparse. Other people have used contour very successfully. I know some people even use highlights. For me, the eyeshadow works the best. So you kind of have to play around with it. Now, we are currently still having the Boxing Day sale. And there is a lip color called Bare, B-A-R-E, that is online. And it is very similar to this. This is Painterly in the MAC paint pot, and I'm using it up because I'm not going to throw it away. This is what I like to put on my eyelid for the winter. It kind of evens out all of the skin tone, covers up some of those dark blood vessels that may peek through. In the summertime, I actually use a pinker lip color to put on first, but in the wintertime, I like to go a little bit darker. And that's just a hint. If you're looking for something for a base for your eyelid, you might want to try that. I did order one because when I travel, I don't want to have to take another container. You know, that's part of the fun of having a palette that everything fits in. And so I will put that in my palette when I'm traveling so that everything is in one place. That's marketing genius. That's what that was. Getting all of your product in one location so that you only have to open one container. You've minimized your makeup routine. You have cut down on the amount of stuff that you are using, and it's brilliant. I love the system. And I probably fell in love with the system, with the actual packaging, before I fell in love with the product. And I know that sounds really weird, but I always liked, when I was traveling, to kind of decant products, try to put them in something smaller. And, you know, I do that with skincare, but now with my makeup, it's already done. I mean, this is what I use every single day. So it works perfect for that. Now, you saw me use Mama on my eyelid. That is pretty much a staple for me. And then the other color that I deepened it with is let's see if I can read it without my glasses. Lullaby. So that's Lullaby, and you can see I'm hitting pan on Lullaby too. And then I'm gonna pick up just a little bit of Amethyst. I'm kind of a purple girl. I'm gonna pick it up with the pointed end, knock all the excess off, draw a little bit out here at the edge of my eye, not a lot. Remember, this is a daytime look, and I'm simply going on errands. So all I'm doing is deepening that outer part of my eye. So this is a very generic eye look, and there are many times it is mama. On days when I'm not doing much, it is mama, and then I use my Starlit Illuminator. So my Starlit Illuminator, the illuminators are actually created so that you can use them on your face. It's a powder. I love to use this one on my eye. And you can see I'm hitting pan major on this one. But I just put that on the lower part, or I should say on the center part, over towards my nose. Not a lot. Again, this is a daylight look. Oh, I got a smear here. We'll have to fix that. All I'm doing is just trying to get a little bit of brightness or lightness there in my, I don't know where that came from. Apparently, I must have had it on my finger. So we'll get that off without an issue. It's not that hard to do. This is also part of the reason that I like to do my eye makeup first. So if I do have any smudges or whatever, it comes off beautifully. Okay, now what's really going to make my eyes, the difference on my eyes, is when I start tightlining. So tightlining is where you take I think it works best to use a gel pen, and this will dry. I have mentioned it before that I get this on our friendly online retailer. It is made by L'Oreal, and so it's an inexpensive product, and it's called La Liner. Okay? And I have this in various colors. So see how I just pull up the lid, and I'm now touching the base of my lashes, and my eyelining is done. I no longer do the eyelining on the top lid. It makes it too dark for me, and it also cuts down on the amount of space that I have to be able to put eyeshadow. And so I just do it on the bottom. It makes a much softer look. I do use an e.l.f. No Budge. This is an eyeshadow stick, and mine's brown. And the reason I go brown is because black is just too intense for me. And so what I'm doing, again, I am touching my lashes. I'm touching the base of my lashes. And this gives me a more finished eye look. And when I finish, then when I'm all done with my brows and everything, and I go to put my mascara on, you'll really see that makes a huge difference. All right, looks like my shadow is ready to apply to my eyebrow. So that wax, that's what I needed it to do. I needed it to get a little bit more on the dry side. I use Chai as my brow color, and this is another thing that you have to play with to see if you are interested in me helping you find a color. Please send me a selfie, and I will be happy to try to find which shadow would work the best for you. I'll be honest with you, I think the women that can use contour on their brows still have quite a bit of hair. And when you really look at mine, they're pretty slim. I don't have much left. So I'm just gonna put that on. And yes, I also do this different than probably you have seen many, many videos. I go on the top because I'm trying to lift my eye, and when I brush up, I want to work in that shadow seamlessly with the few hairs that I've got left. All right, that's all we're going to do on that. And now we're going to move on to our foundations. And we're going to start with the lightest color. The lightest color for me is light peach. And I'm just going to pat that around my nose. I have some darkness there, but you'll notice that I'm not putting it underneath the eye. I'm going to put some brightness out here. And what the nice thing about this is that if you had any smudge marks, it takes them away. So it makes it look like we know what we're doing anyway. I do a little bit of a V on my forehead because I want to bring some brightness to the center of my face. A little bit on my chin, whatever is left on the brush. I take on my marionette lines and I take my finger and I go down the center of my face. Now, without adding any other color, look how the focus now is on the center of my face. And that's what we want to do. I'm going to flip this brush over. This is the detail brush. And I am going to pick up my contour. Contour, especially here right now, because it's cold, is a little on the thicker side. And so you want to put it on so that it has a chance to warm to the skin. And when you come back to blend it, it will blend like butter. Okay? Put a little bit of contour here on my cheekbone. So this is right almost touching that cheekbone on me. I'll put a little bit on my nose. This not only straightens the nose, but again, it calls attention to that brightness that I put down this morning. Now, because I have a white collar on, I am not going to do the chiseling down here. All I'm going to do is a little bit on my turkey neck, okay? But I'm not going to put it here. I don't personally love to see makeup on the collar. So I'm going to work on that. And then I'm going to flip to my 3D brush. My 3D brush, if I had to pick one that I couldn't live without and had to go on a desert island with me, it would be this one. And it just works. Trust me, I have tried other brushes, expensive brushes. They do not work. Our brushes are created to use with our cream foundation, our cream makeup. And the reason, because when you look at this, you can see it's pretty stiff. And when I get done, you're going to see it looks like an airbrushed finish. And I don't ever use a filter. When I'm doing makeup videos, I don't ever use a filter. So this is me here with all of my dents, with all of my age spots, with all of my ruddiness. This is me. So I'm now going to pick up, I call this the bunny tail end. You've got a pointed tip, you got a bunny tail end. I'm going to flip it and take the bunny tail, and I'm going to put it into my main shade. This is the color that most matches my skin tone. And I thought I was going to switch when winter hit, and I haven't. I tried, and I could see it. So that's when you know that you've got the wrong color. So if you're looking in the mirror, and you are seeing your makeup and it becomes like polka dot pores, or, I mean, you're really able to see it. Number one, you're either used too much, which is many times an issue with us because we think we have to use what we did before, or you've got the wrong color. So those two things, if you're looking in the mirror, once you're blended, once you're all put together, and you can see your makeup, then we need to talk shades. We might need a new color match, or we need to talk about application. I need to put a little bit of lip balm on here. By the way, I use peach lip balm. I love the smell of peach. And I actually ordered like 3 of those. They're on the Boxing Day sale. And so I wanted to make sure that I didn't run out of those. I'm pretty excited. I hope that I get those and that they don't sell out, because you never know when you're on a sale like this. All right, I have applied all of my makeup. Now I'm going to blend it. And I take my setting spray, I put it in the palm of my hand. I'm going to dip my 3D brush in, and now I'm going to start to blend. When you blend on mature skin, I'm 72 years old. When you blend on mature skin, and I think this is important once you hit 50 and up, you're not doing this. You're not tugging and pulling anymore. So cream makeup needs to be applied differently. So this is the way we apply and blend cream makeup. So look at that. I'm going over that light spot on my chin, and all I'm doing is pouncing. You can call it pouncing. You can call it stippling. I'm going to stipple down here a little bit. But look at how that blended. You're not seeing a muddy mess. You are only seeing that I have pushed that product into my skin. Now, if you see me looking over here, it's because I have a 10x mirror. If you watch any of my videos, you know that I'm a big proponent of a 10x mirror. Not a 5x, but a 10x. You can really see once what you're doing, and you can make sure, got to take a little special time here to move that contour. You want to make a little bit of extra effort when you're looking in your mirror here, because the mirror will be your savior. You will really be able to tell a difference on your application technique by looking in the mirror. Okay? Now, I'm going to flip my brush over, and I'm going to do my under eyes. Now, all you see me doing is swiping lightly underneath my eyes. So whatever was on the brush is what goes underneath. Many of us have used concealer for years. I can't remember a time when I didn't use concealer. But as I aged, that concealer ended up in pockets underneath my eyes because I would have, I've got lines and wrinkles there. And it's important that you not put much product underneath your eyes. That all you do is give yourself a little bit of brightness here, and then you'll see me kind of tapping it to get it in. I did apply my blush, put a little bit on my lips, and then I'm a Buxom fan, so I do take Buxom lip gloss, and I apply over it. And right now, Buxom does have some of these sets on sale on their website. It's buxom.com. I don't have a code for you. I'm just telling you. Okay, now I'm going to blend that contour just a little bit to soften it. But there's my look for the day. I can put a little bit of mascara on, and I'm good for the day. Now, right now, the setting spray that I'm using is this one because it was a special 2-pack at Christmas at Sephora. This is a matte finish. And when I use that one, I do not need to add powder. If I do some of the others that I've got on hand, I do. One of these days, I'm going to try Seints. I have not tried Seints yet. I've tried Milani. Milani has several of them. And these are ones that I have had here before I started with Seint a little over a year ago. And so I'm still trying to use some things up. You ever get that place where you just want to use things up? And that's kind of where I am. Okay, so there's my finished look. Let's see if we can do something with this wild and crazy hair. It's always not a good thing when I pull my bangs back because they don't want to come down the way I want them to. And I saw that Launch had their hair products on sale. And by the way, I love their purple shampoo. I use the purple shampoo every time I shampoo. And I use their conditioner as well. And right now that's on sale. So if you need to, you might want to go check that out and pick up some of that. I know they encourage you maybe not to use it every time. But for me, I don't wash my hair except maybe twice a week. And it doesn't seem to bother my hair. It doesn't make it look purple. It just takes away that brassy look, that you get when you have gray and kind of whitish hair. I have a lot of pigment in the back of my hair yet, but the front is getting pretty gray, pretty white, and I'm okay with that. As my husband used to say, I earned every gray hair, and he was right. He was right. That's it. If you haven't shopped the Boxing Day sale yet, do yourself a favor and just pop on there and see if there's anything that you want or you need. They've got various lip colors. If you're one of these people that have recently gotten started with Seint and you don't have a lip color arsenal yet or a wardrobe, it's great because you are saving, I think it's 40% on each of those lip colors. So that's a really good one. You may find that there's one in there that you use all the time and that you want to pick that up too. But the Bare one, B-A-R-E, would make a great eye wash. And look how pretty that eye look is. Very minimal, very basic, but ready for the day. Okay? So check out the Boxing Day sale. I hope to be on later tonight because I decided if I can find my old product that I used to use, I'm going to do one side with it and one side with Seint. And I've never done a side-by-side comparison with my old product and my new. So it's going to take me a little time to see if I've given so much away and thrown so much away. I don't know that I still have it, but we'll find out. All right? Thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.